Guyana is expected to begin oil production in early 2020. That is less than 5 months away. On this InfoHub Extended, we take a look at the preparations being made as we approach first oil. In a recent interview with InfoHub, ExxonMobil's Senior Director of Public and Government Affairs, Deidre Moe, revealed that more than $58 million has been spent using the services of local companies for 2018 so far.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways and lush enriching rainforest would provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
So far, first quarter of this year, it was about 24 million, so almost half actually. So we're already, not even, it was like just that fourth of the way through the year. So actually our spend from 2015 to 2019 is kind of doubled almost every year, and we're really probably on track to do about the same.
According to Moe, ExxonMobil's spending on the services of local companies has been made more significant by its multiplier effect.
That will increase over time as well. We're really in the early stages of kind of moving forward as an industry, right? That's one project, right, and it's one company. But as the industry continues to grow, that we expect that spend to continue to increase and revenues start to come in, and over time it will grow.
ExxonMobil is also assisting with training and offering support to the Center for Local Business Development. This facility assists local companies and individuals to not only learn about the oil and gas industry, but also to examine what kinds of activities will be needed and standards required.
The center also offers a number of safety classes, and a lot of times the companies that we're utilizing, a lot of our prime contractors that are doing work very closely with local companies that they are using to then also help help mentor and steward and make sure there's oversight to kind of help them in that realm, to make sure, because I think really everyone understands how important it is to be safe. Daddy!
Dozens of companies are working with ExxonMobil in various fields. These include supplying rations and a variety of shore-based operations, essential to the sector's operations.
Head of the Department of Energy, Dr. Mark Bino, during a press conference stated that more than 1,000 Guyanese are employed by an ExxonMobil subsidiary.
Presently, more than 1,100 Guyanese are working with EEPGL and its subcontractors, representing approximately 50% of the workforce within the industry.
He also disclosed that EEPGL, ESSO Exploration and Production, is working on implementing technical programs.
Additionally, EEPGL is working with the Council for Technical Vocational Education and Training on implementing 2 pilots to build capacity within the technical institutions.
The Energy Director also disclosed that the country's draft local content policy is completed and will be presented to the private sector and other relevant shareholders. This, as well as other legislative adjustments, are at the forefront of the work being done by the department. The expectation is that all necessary frameworks will be put in place before first oil, which Dr. Bino stressed.
The department is currently setting up a local content compliance unit, not only to validate the information that is being provided, but also to receive any potential issues or concerns Guyanese contractors or suppliers may have.
As preparation for first oil steps up, the Liza Destiny, Guyana's first floating production, storage and offloading vessel, FPSO, is on schedule and is expected to arrive in Guyana in September for the start of oil production for the Liza Phase 1 project in the Stabroek Block in early 2020.
The custom-built vessel will be moored in a depth of 1,525 meters, produce up to 120,000 barrels of oil per day, and store 1.6 million barrels of crude oil, Department of Energy Dr. Mark Bino.
The Liza Destiny currently projected to arrive in Guyanese waters in the first week of September of 2019.
Dr. Bino noted that the expected time of arrival will depend on favorable conditions. According to the Energy Director, the ship docked in South Africa and has already changed crew.
On arrival, the operations will be to moor and anchor the vessel with offshore hookup and startup of water injection lines, production umbilicals, and first oil still being anticipated in Q1 of 2020.
Exxon's Senior Director of Public and Government Affairs shared some perspective on the Liza Destiny's size.
The length is 350 meters, so that's more than twice the size of Providence Stadium. So there's kind of more than two, it's almost three. In terms of length, it's very, very large. It will hold up to 1.6 million barrels of oil, which is a pretty substantial amount. And then I guess if you think about how tall it is, it's about as tall as a lighthouse, kind of over by the Demerara River.
The ExxonMobil official described the FPSO ship as the most important piece of her company's production efforts in local waters.
The wells that are being drilled, and it will come up flow lines into the production. That's where the production comes for. It will clean up the oil, remove the water, it'll remove any natural gas and separate it, and then store it, which is the storage part of that, and then it will offload onto tankers. And once it offloads onto tankers, those tankers will be sold on the market, and that's where revenues come in.
Liza Destiny will be stationed approximately 190 kilometers or 120 miles offshore, an hour's ride via helicopter. Moore revealed that an even larger vessel, Liza Unity, will join its sister ship later as production ramps up.
It is about, we expect, Liza Phase 1 is about 120,000, up to 120,000 barrels a day at max. And then Liza kind of Phase 2, that the next vessel phase, the Destiny, is going to be built for 220, up to 220,000 barrels. So, almost double the size, and so it'll be, larger, and but that's well underway as well.
Since announcing the first major oil find in 2015, ExxonMobil has made 13 new discoveries to date, with the most recent being in April of 2019.
These are the Liza 1, Liza Deep, Payara, Snook, Turbo, Ranger, Pecora, Longtail 1, Hammerhead 1, Pluma 1, Tilapia 1, Hymara 1, and Yellowtail 1. Production is expected to commence in the first quarter of 2020 at the Liza 1 well. The development is expected to produce up to 120,000 barrels of oil per day, utilizing the Liza Destiny FPSO. There is potential for at least 5 floating production, storage, and offloading FPSO vessels on the Stabroek Block, which will see production ramped to more than 750,000 barrels of oil per day by 2025. The total estimated revenue from the 13 discoveries made so far by ExxonMobil at the Stabroek Block is now projected at 24 trillion Guyana dollars, or US $117.5 billion. This projection was made by Rystad Energy. The projection is based on an analysis of production from all discoveries made so far over the life of the 6.6 million acre Stabroek Block. However, that projection for the block will continue to increase as more discoveries are made, as ExxonMobil recently disclosed that it could drill as much as 4 wells by the end of 2019 as it continues to search for more oil. There have also been heightened exploration activities by several companies. This could potentially increase the number of offshore discoveries, which would add to the already substantial revenue government is set to receive from the Stabroek Block. There is ongoing exploration at the Jethro Low prospect at Oranduke, which will be followed by a campaign at Joe, then the Karapa prospect on the Kanuku license in the third quarter of 2019, where Tullow is partnering with Repsol. CGX Energy Incorporated has entered into a definitive rig agreement and is expected to commence drilling on the Utakwaka 1 well in its Currentine block before the end of the year.
His Excellency President David Granger on August 1 said that with Ghana's expected petroleum revenues, citizens will be able to benefit from free education at the primary, secondary and tertiary levels.
The President was at the time addressing attendees at this year's National Emancipation Festival held at the number 53 Union Village, East Berbice, Currentine, Region 6.
Our expected petroleum revenues, apart from what will be devoted to our sovereign welfare fund, our expected petroleum revenues will help us to restore free education in accordance with our Constitution. Petroleum is not to enrich a few, it is to educate the many. Let that be understood, that those resources belong to future generations. And future generations will benefit, will profit from being educated. This must be an educated nation.
Noting that with first oil on the horizon, all citizens must benefit from the opportunity to obtain a good life and free education, as mandated in the Constitution, is one way to ensure a better standard of living.
It must be a nation of a few rich people and many poor and uneducated people. There must be a school in every village. This national decade of development I speak about must ensure that at least one primary school is established in every village. I want to see a primary school in every single village. There must be a place for every child in school in Guyana. Every child must be able to get to school by road or by river.
You have been watching InfoHub Extended. Do join us again next time.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways and lush enriching rainforest would provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.